had to let you in for.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today's video is actually going to be my update 2 for my year-long rolling Project Pan. I did not update in March because I had 2 weeks of finals and then we immediately went into the situation we have now, and by the middle of March I was like, there's no point in me filming this and getting it up because I will get it up by the end of March. So I'm going to start this by going through my February numbers and telling you what I finished up in February, but I don't have most of those products anymore. So we're just going to go through. And then I'll tell you what I added in as well.
So, I finished the Burt's Bees Hand Salve with 21 uses. I finished the Tarte Precision Liner, or it dried out on me after 2 uses, which I knew was going to happen, so. I used the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation 11 more times, still didn't finish it. I used the CoverGirl Perfection Jumbo Balm 10 times, finished it. Vaseline Rosy Lips 15 times, or I guess I used it for 10 days and then 15 days. Finished it. The Blank Bubblegum Lip Gloss I had, I used for 19 days and I finished it. The EOS that I had, I used for 7 days and I finished it. It was quite old and it was quite a soft formula. The Opie White Nail Polish I used 11 times, and I still have it. I can actually show you on these two. So on the Amazonian Clay, I got to here where this Sharpie is, and on the white, I also got to here where the Sharpie is. The Mary Kay Emoliente Cream I used for 4 nights, and I finished it. My Tarte Tarteist Liquid Highlight, this is a bit more of a spoiler than the other two, but I got to wear, I used it 20 times when I got to where the Sharpie is. And the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer I used 12 times, and it did not look like I used it at all, because it's a bronzer, you know? And so what I did is I added in a new Vaseline, another one of those tins, a foot repair balm, a pencil liner, a Tarte Found Sealer sample, because I thought I would finish the Amazonian foundation this time, and I wanted something else rolled in so I could just immediately start using it. I rolled in a Steel Lip Glaze in Grapefruit and a Steel Lip Glaze in Kaleidoscope. The Grapefruit is a palish pink, the Kaleidoscope is clear with like a multi-colored sparkles in it. A new EOS, that was essentially brand new. A CoverGirl liquid lipstick. 2 CoverGirl liquid lipsticks. One was in a cooler tone that almost showed up purple, and one was in a warmer tone that was more pink, but they were both around the same tone. Or not tone, but like shade. And a Clinique lip in Beige Pop. It was a bullet lipstick. And then once I got home, I was able to start using the Victoria's Secret Heavenly Perfume again. So that's really exciting. So let's get into this update.
So we always start with last first. So we have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. Again, I started the month where this Sharpie is, and now I am fully down to the point that I'm squeezing it like this and then pushing down to get anything out of it. There's not more than 3 uses left in this. I don't even know if there's that much, but it's still kicking. So I mean, great amount of use that you can get out of this product. But yeah, so I used this 17 times this month, and it's still kicking. The next thing is the Opie White Nail Polish. I used this 7 times this month. I unfortunately did not let it sit, so you can't really see, but honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm still in where the Sharpie is. If anything, I'm like a little bit under it. I use it on my toes. I don't really use it on my fingers. Probably once the summer starts and I'm able to let my nails grow out a little bit more, I might start painting it with this. The next thing is the Tarte Tarteist Liquid Highlight. I used this 19 times, and we're now here, so we used that much. Not bad. I really am not a huge fan of this highlight, but I mix a little bit with it with my foundation, and it gives me a glowy look. I did originally put it on today, but then I started messing with a different highlight I have, which is why I have such a nice natural glow in some areas and then like a very stark one about right here. This is the stark one, but we're kicking, we're going on that one, it's gonna keep going. The Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer I used 16 times this month, and we can still see the like indent, the impression. But it's definitely significantly flatter, and I love using it, and I'm not mad. It's gonna stay in this project for a while, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Okay, so the next thing is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Original. I use this for 21 days, and I have technically hit pan. Of course, it's like a creamy, like moldable, pliable formula. But I have been trying to naturally go around, so like it's definitely like a big dip. It's not just like me picking in one spot. but I really like it. I usually take a little bit more than I need, put it on my lips, and then use it on my hands because I've been washing my hands even more than normal, and I already wash my hands more than the average person. So, yeah, I've been really liking it for both of those two things. Before I did that, before I finished this, which it took me 9 uses to finish this, I was doing the same thing with this, where I was putting a little bit on my hands and using it like a hand balm after I did whatever else. I mostly did my whole body with this. It was really, really nice. I loved putting it on my feet and then putting fluffy socks on it and sleeping with it. I cut it open to get a little bit more out. I think it probably was more than 9 uses, but that's what I cataloged. So yeah, that can go in my empties. The next thing is the Palladio pencil liner. I used this 3 times because I realized that it doesn't show up on my eyes. Like, I can't push hard enough to get it to show up on my eyes. I did get it down. My goal was to get it to where I'd Sharpied it, like maybe a centimeter from the top. I don't know if I remember if I took a picture. If I did, it's up on the screen. But I did get to where I wanted it to be. But it's just because it's a very crumbly formula, like it didn't really come off on my skin very well. So I'm gonna roll it out, even though I didn't hit my goal of like finishing it or anything, because I just genuinely don't think that it's something that I can use as a liner, and I'm not really sure if I even like want to. And right now, because I left a crayon at school, I only have 2, and so I will use this even if just to do the outer line and use like the crayon to actually line my lid. So I'm thinking that I might as well just roll this out. I'm not going to use it that frequently, and so I'm not going to make like very much progress on it, and honestly I don't care about that. I think this is just something I want to use at my own pace and finish it. It's a beautiful color. If you like a pencil, then it probably works like any other pencil, but I'm just not a big fan of pencil. I think liquids are my go-to, and I do like the crayon that I'm using right now, or it's a gel technically. But yeah, the next thing is my Tarte Concealer sample. I used it once when I couldn't find my Amazonian one because I dropped it on the ground. And so, very unsurprising, it didn't really change at all. I did learn that it takes me 3 pumps to fill up my whole face, so I don't know what that really teaches me. But yeah. The Patty DeBroaf Bare Petal. What my goal for this was to finish it, and so I didn't even put it on like a line to compare it. But I have this much left, which is not that much, and it actually fell out. And so I ended up having to just leave it for like a day, like push it back in and then like kind of leave it, like warm it up and then leave it so it could like remelt itself so that it doesn't like fall out every time I turn it upside down. But yeah, so now it's better. The lid won't stay on it though. But yeah, so that'll be finished by the next update. I used that 9 times. I don't know if I said. This next thing is the Stila Lip Glaze in Grapefruit. I really wanted to finish this before the update. It's so very close. I almost want to consider it done. It started where the Sharpie is. I can finish it within a day. I use this for 11 days, but sometimes I'd like put it on like once and then not reapply it. Sometimes I'd reapply it a lot, like over a lipstick. But yeah, so I have a little bit more left, but it's essentially done. This one, on the other hand, is the Kaleidoscope. I used this for 9 days. What I would do with this one, because it was clear, I know it looks pink, but it shows up as like sheer. I would pick one of my lip colors that I was wearing for that day. I'd put it on. I'd put that in like my bag, and then this would be like in my pocket. I'd be reapplying this constantly, and then like a while later I would like put on the lipstick and like restart the process. But yeah, so I finished this in 9 days. This one is a little bit harder because it's actually pigmented. The EOS started basically brand new. Like I said, I was able to flatten it, which was one of my goals. And I've definitely worked a little bit with the roundness. EOS's do not work. They do not work. At one point I lost this and I wasn't able to use it for a few days. And so I was only using this and my lips got so chapped. I wasn't even using any of the other ones. I was just using this. But I'm not going to roll this out of the project. I'm just going to finish it and then not roll another EOS in, even though my plan was just keep rolling my EOS's in and try to finish as many as I could. I just don't care as much. Also, I never mentioned, my tea of the day is Zen from Tazo, which is like a lemongrass green tea. ginger? I don't know. There's one other thing in there. Mix. And my candle is Silver Birch from Minky's Candle, and it smells like a man's cologne, and I like them both very much. Okay, the next thing is my CoverGirl liquid lip. So I used one of them 5 times, one of them 6 times, and for all intents and purposes, I'm done with them, and they're out of this project. I'm going to use them 2 more times each, and then get rid of them, because I think they're mostly dry. Okay, and the thing that I really found myself enjoying a lot this month was the Clinique Lip in Beige Pop. I used this 6 times, counting today, and I used it that much. It's not a ton, but it does make me really happy. Like, I feel like that's a really good amount. I'm really happy about how much I've used. And it's a beautiful color. I'm wearing it on my lips today, like I said. And if it didn't like wear off really fast and leave almost like a butthole effect, I would like it a lot better. I don't blame Clinique or its like formula. This is one of its lip color plus primer, rouge intense plus base, whatever. I don't blame them. I blame the fact that this was an old product. I'm sure if you bought one of the new ones, it would work. But yeah, so that's also something I'm using up, and I've used it 6 times. And then the final thing is the Heavenly perfume. And look how much progress I've made. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it steady. So not as much progress as I made the first time, but that's because I was spraying it around my room like crazy. And what I do is spray like a ton in my room and then leave for like hours. And now that I can't leave the house, I don't leave for hours. I leave for like maybe an hour. And so I'll basically spray it whenever I'm leaving my room like a few times, just because this is such a strong headache-inducing scent. And so that's how I've been using it, and I've used it 10 times, and I made that much progress, and I'm pretty happy with that. It's about half of what I made the first time, and it's also about half of the uses. I used it 24 times in the first month, from January to February. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's talk about what I am adding in. To replace the lotion, I will always have a new lotion, and this one's lotion is the Body Shop's Body Butter. This is definitely a thicker formula. This is how much I have left, so it's not going to be that hard to finish up. I'm adding in 3 more glosses. They're all pinks. They're all different shades of pink. One is this Wet n Wild light pink with this like doe foot applicator. It's very sheer, but very bubblegummy. So I think that'll be fun, but there doesn't seem to be very much left in this bottle. I might like heat it up and try to get everything to go down to the bottom, but I don't think there's very much left. This is an e.l.f. lip gloss. It looks like that. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit cooler tone. And then this is a lighter pink. So it looks similar to the Cotton Candy one, but it's not as light. And glosses do not take very long, especially squeezy glosses like this. I assume that none of these will be very difficult. So yeah, I'm adding these 3 in. And the final thing I'm adding in, which it's this Multi Bene tint from Noto, and it's like a cream. Like, you can use it as a lip, you can use it as a cheek, and you can use it for your eyes. It looks like that. Yeah, that's the Project Pan update for today. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more Project Pan content, because I make a good, decent amount of it, along with other things. And other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below so I know to make more, and comment down below what's going on with your Project Pan. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you next time. Bye.
No matter the